All right, so we're just gonna drop our shoulder. Usually when I do this for longer. Some I have all my boxers do too. Anyways, now hands on the kidneys, feet together, and you're gonna make an oval. Let's go. Usually go slower. We'll just go kind of quick. Real relaxed. I feel like there's liquid inside you, and it's just draining. Anything uncomfortable or anything just kind of gets drained away to the ground. Just kind of relax. It's really a mental relaxation type of thing too. If you don't relax mentally, the body won't relax. Let's go the other direction. Remember, almost kind of like you're just melting into the ground. All right, then let's put our feet about a little wider than shoulder length, not much. And the hips are here, hands will be right about here. And an oval, it's going sideways. Same thing, it's like there's a water that's going through and just pouring into one leg, pouring into the other. All through the spine. Anything that's uncomfortable just kind of melts into the ground. Relax, and just kind of melts into the ground. And the other way. And it goes like this. Relax, and then it goes through the hip. All right, and feet together again, hands on the knees. And the oval's kind of going sideways. It's really the hips and the ankles doing most of the circle on this. The circle and the knees, but it's really the ankles and the knees. Really turn. Small turn in the knees, of course. Everything's melting to the ground. And the other way. And relax. Let's go up. You're hitting yourself here and here. But your arm will just hit there anyway. You don't have to think about it. Your arm's going to hit there anyway. Just turn away. And it's important to kind of, you're turning, right? So it's important to kind of load in the hip here. You don't want, check it out, you don't want the knee doing this. You don't want the knee doing like this, that kind of thing. You want the foot flat and it turns, but you see that? The knee is comfortable, so the foot's flat. And there's no stress on the knee. You don't want the knee to be stressing and doing this. So it's important to kind of turn right here. Right here. Right? So it doesn't go out like that. Here. 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 Does that make sense?
I think so.
So I'm doing this. So it all goes, it twists into the leg here. But there should be no stress on the knee. You feel the leg, bottom of the foot, but you're not feeling the knee. Just get your arms loose. Scout,
Mhm.
on this one, it's a little bit different than like when we do the boxing one. Let me put it lower. Watch. You don't lift your foot up on this one.
Got it.
Like when we do the boxing one, it's different because you're doing this, see, right? And it's much easier because you're just turning over, right?
Hmm.
This one's a little different because the feet stay planted. So, and you have to be a little bit more careful because of that. On the other one, you're releasing. So it's way easier on the knee. You don't have to worry about it. Here, you got to be a little bit more careful because you're keeping the feet flat, so you want to keep stuff in a more comfortable position. So yeah, just that. I was just gonna say that. The other one's not wrong. It's just a different exercise, a different way to do it. All right, so now let's do here. We're gonna go. Oh, actually no. So just like this one, we're do the same thing, but you're just lifting yourself in the ball of your feet and letting yourself drop. Change the angle slightly. Like you're hanging on a string, just let everything drop. If you're a puppet, hang, you have your spine hanging on a string, be real loose. Let it drop. You kind of feel like heavy at the bottom of the spine, like something's pulling your spine down, stretching, right? So like heavy, everything heavy just drops, boom, boom. Good. So let's second. That's good. So let's just like we were just doing we're doing with the warm-ups. It's kind of like you're when you're relaxed, kind of trying to spiral into the ground. Well, same on these ones. Like when you're doing, say this for example, actually even on those, it looks like it's just straight down, but it'll actually go down spiral, kind of like a tree would or something, right? But then, especially like in a move like this, when you're winding up, it winds up in a spiral and then unwind spiral, right? So you're winding up. Yeah. So same thing when we're doing our moves. We'll focus on that today. When you're doing your moves, especially like you see, I'm spiraling to the ground here. Spiraling out of the ground this way, pushing into the ground, spiraling into the ground this way. And then you spiral here, spiral into this one. And turn, get a little extra spiral. Right? And then same on these. You're spiraling into the ground this way. And then spiraling out. While this side is spiraling in. And it's up, right? Winds up, pull. And by doing this, you're winding up this side. Right? Unwind. Winds up the other way. Right? Up this side. Just like you're doing these. Winds up on this side. So this way. Unwinds. While this one's winding up. And this one. You see what I'm saying? That's a lot of detail, so you don't really have to think about it in every single move like that, but eventually you want to. Does that make sense, sir?
I think so.
Right. You can feel with the leg how it winds up. It's a lot like in boxing, right? Where you're teaching this, right? You wind up in this leg, and then you unwind with this leg and wind up here. Right, just so there's that. Only here it's not quite as simple. You're doing more a lot of different kind of spirals, right? So anyways, let's see let's go with the form where you guys are, just do the first part of the form and let me see you guys and see if we should go to more moves or maybe go over a few more things. And try to go more or less the same speed. Just so I can see it, it's easier. No, I know it's hard on video actually, but yeah, you guys just try to more or less uniform speed, and then relax the shoulders, relax. Good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. That's good. Good. Very good. Cool. So I can tell you guys watch the video of some of that guy. That guy is that video is, he's the son of the grandmaster of the system. That guy's really good. But it's just funny when people see a video of like, I show you the form, but then you see if somebody do it who's way better, and then it's like makes you get it quicker. You can see sometimes, you know. But anyways, yeah, that's good. That's very good. So let me see. It's all pretty good. One thing I saw is just it's kind of a little detail though. So we'll go to the new moves. But one thing was, let's see. Oh, yeah, that was it. Sometimes it's just to hear. I mean, it's not exactly, well, it's pretty much this direction. Maybe a little bit off because his foot's in front, but it's this way. You don't really do, okay, you do that. And then on the overlap, you kind of go beyond and do this, right? But when you first do the move, you don't come to here. You just go, pull yourself forward here. Now on the overlap, you do turn and come back. So that's just a little detail. This was really good. Everybody has this. It looks like you guys are separating it, which is good. What I mean by that is just learn the upper and then just do the bottom and then put them together and then you got it. Try to put it all together. It's just kind of, it's a lot. Just do feet together and just dip. Feet together, dip. Pull the water out. Well, then just your legs. Yeah. And then you might as well do both sides because might as well. When you do single exercises, that's when you do both sides. You don't want to develop just one side. But in the form, you do with just one side. Anyways, then when you put that together, it's all the same move. You're doing the same thing, upper and lower. And if you can, for now, you'll see the people do a stomp. But yak, you don't want to do that right away. You want to do, it has to feel like not a stomp. It has to feel like this. What we were doing earlier. It's not really a stomp. It's more of a just letting drop, right? So that's just takes practice. Just do this shit over and over. This one. You can do that any time in the day, right? Just do that a lot and just get used to that. Completely loose. You're just letting everything just drop out. And it's a different thing than trying to like forcing yourself to do it. It might look like that, but they're doing something different. It just looks like they're stomping their foot. But anyway, so what you want to do is check it out. You want to go scoop. If it doesn't work right away, don't worry. But the idea is to go scoop. Now here, drop it there. When your foot's already almost on the ground, or for now, you can let you put your foot on the ground and then drop it. Later on, go ahead. You can play with the other timing later. But anyways, you guys are good. You guys are good from there. You guys did this part really nice. This part was really nice. So was this. You guys had everybody has a really good circle here. This part, remember to drop and across. So it goes. Drop here. Without doing this or anything, just with the back straight, drop, turn by pushing into the foot here, to the heel. This heel's still up. You push into the heel. And drop. With this, you go. Fast, it looks like that, but you just go. Same energy as it. Let me see all from, do the beginning from the beginning one more time. There was one thing in the beginning that I didn't show you the first time I showed you, but it's actually in the form if you see the person do it, and it's this. It's a very small, here, I'll just up front. So after you've done this, right? In the beginning, you don't actually do this, okay? You do, but you do this first. You actually start to do this move again. So you go. Or you're down to the bottom. You turn. You do this, but you turn. Right? So you go. Turn. Now you're going to overlap this way. You do it from my side. After here. This way. So you do this, but there's a little circle here, and then it does it. Does that make sense?
I think so. So we turn to.
See if it makes. I'll do the other. So I mirror you. So it'll be here. And keep in mind, this is just this one comes up to here, right? Here, you're only going up to here. So you're doing this, but it looks different because you turn. So you do a half circle, and the second half of the circle turns into this. If I'm mirroring you, it looks like this. Just like this. Now they switch over, and it's this. Right? So that was mirroring you, but the move is actually, you go. Here, drop. relax, relax, and sit down. The next part is just keep going. Another circle. Put that on the next part. We are almost about the elbow. Turn into this one. And circle back this way. Open up. Poke the beard to the center. Turn. The whip. All right. So let's would it help if I mirrored you or no? Or
Sure.
cool.
Mirror
Cool.
is cool.
Cool. So let's see. Let's go from here. Only I'm mirroring you, so it's actually here.
Thanks.
Okay. So. And I might not look all the way natural on this side. I'm just not. Well, actually, I got these moves fairly good on the other side. I guess. Keep in mind here, you're dropping right here. Drop, and then you push it to the heel. Push it all your way to the heel. Go here. And then you're gonna go circle. The second time around, you just turn. But it's like you're gonna do this, but you don't actually hit. Get about that far. It's almost like there's a pillow here, right? Or a balloon. You hit that balloon, and it launches your hand this way. Just like when you went here before you did that, you kind of do that part. So in other words, boom, and you go here. Now here, this hand's gonna go as this one does this, like that, right? So here, as it does that, this one follows here, so it's gonna go. Sorry. Not used to doing this side. Okay, here. This is going to turn over, and this one does it this way. A lot of people do it this way. It's fine. It's another way of doing it. And this set, same one as the one I showed you. This is called hidden hands. This one. This one's out. This one's in. So, anyways, here, this one turns over. Now you're going to do a big circle here. All right. This lines up here. These are about the same. How do I describe it? Here, so this one's grabbing my hand, right? I can go. Hard to describe. It'd be easier. Grab it. But you go here, right? Here. This hand is on their elbow, right? So I go here. This hand's right on their elbow. So I can go. Pop. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So. I'll turn it over here. I circle. I should practice circle. This is about 45 degrees. Now I go open. And actually, I think we'll work this part separately in a minute. I'll try to make the class more or less about this. Well, we'll continue, but we'll start for a part of the class. This is called on. So like the first four basic energies are Chung, Lu, Ji, and An. Chung, Lu. But in that, you kind of mix in Ji and An right here. So Chung and Lu. Ji is kind of the crowding part, so it's actually kind of there. You just kind of do it in passing on this part. Ji, Le, and on Le, it would just be this, but you have to go push down a little bit. That's on. On is this. It means like press. It's like you're pressing on something. Like say someone comes in low on you, like to go for your legs or something like that. They're coming in low. On is like right, it's pressing down into one leg or the other. They don't have their balance. You want them here on one side or on the other. They're here, they're gonna kill you, right? So you're pressing them usually from one side to the other. I'm not sure that makes sense, but it'll make sense later. Anyway, we are here. Once you're here, you're gonna go like this. Oh. I'm not used to that side. I've been doing the other side a couple times because
yeah, I was wondering, like,
go here, go to the center. Then the energy goes like this, like here. But when it gets to the center, it shoots out at 40. It shoots out at 45 degrees. Later in the form, you'll do the same move. But here, it's going 45. All right. So, I'll do the other. I'll mirror you guys.
It worries me because it was like right after that. Fire that was full, you know, so like I'm wondering if they're not like, you know, I don't know.
Sorry. I forget I'm mirroring you guys. This way. This way. So if I'm doing this, it looks like this. Sorry. Here. I can do most parts of the move on the other side, no problem. But that's one little part where I'm not used to. I'm always so used to doing this that doing this is awkward. There was one part in the form where we do it on this side, but yeah, it's just always awkward. Do we have any questions? Does that move make sense?
I'm a little unclear on the footwork.
That good question actually. Very good question because I meant to say something. That's not good. there. All right. So, like I said, I'm not using this side, but okay, yeah. Let's go here. I'm guessing you're talking about this.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let me do it on the other side just so I know I'm doing it right first. So, because I don't think I have to think about it as much on that side. So, anyways, so here. Hold on, I think someone trying to get in. You have signed in from another device. Okay, sorry. I was here. So right here, you push onto this side. As this is coming to here, you push. Now, this foot is 45 this way. This foot is more or less 45 this way, but this foot is not down like this. It's here. You see that? It's on the ball of the foot, not the heel. You've opened up. Come back here, closed again. It's like an accordion. It opens up. You take a big breath. And it closes up. It goes here. You're shifting your weight and turn. 45. So let me see. Oh, I'll mirror it too. So I'll mirror you guys. Sure. Make sure this foot stays here, actually. Now, after you go here, actually, let me just see you guys do that move, and then we'll go on to the next part. Let me see from here, from lazily tucks rope. Good, good. Big circle, and the second time around, you get, that's it. Turn. That idea. Open. Okay, well, let's hold up. So let's go to the opening part. The right idea. The circle is good until a certain point. So, I'll mirror it. Go a little higher there. There you go. Now, okay, so I'm mirroring it. So do this side. Okay. All right. Second time, it doesn't quite get. And let's just turn it over. Do a big circle back. You don't really have to do the arms much. It's really this doing the move. And then that, by doing this, circles are out here. You don't really have to do much in the arm. The arms are more or less just doing this kind of thing. And shifting around here. The body's doing the work, but it gives the illusion of, you know, by using this, this becomes here. On this part, you open up. You know what? That's what I wanted to do, actually. Well, let me just break part of it up. Let's not do this part for a minute. All right. Let's just do this. The open, close, open, close, open, close. So, from here, you're just going to go open, shift it this way. This hip comes out, push into that leg, right? Open. Come back here. Start to do this, but then you just open again. It's real good for opening your lungs, this move. Close, but open again. So it looks like this. You should really be sitting back. Sitting back. Back. Okay. Back. Sitting back here. When you come back this way, you're sitting back with this hip. Pushing into that leg. Sitting back here. And open up again. Open from here too. Really get comfortable, really comfortable. You want to have all your weight down in the bottom by the feet and be real light upstairs, kind of like you're hanging from a string or something. Good, 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 good. And remember that the hands are kind of here. Hold on one second. Sweating a bunch. So it's remember we talked about settling the wrist? It's always the fish goes head first, so it's swimming this way. Yeah. Stroke the beard, but here it's going to open. Stroke the beard to the center, but just open, 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 open. So all the weight's in the bottom. So with Tai Chi, that's really how you get good at a move. And Qigong in general, and this stuff is really just one move. Just like in boxing, doing your jab over and over and over. I would do like a jab week, just over and over. So you just pick whatever move works for you, that's comfortable, that makes sense, and feels good, and do it over and over and over and over. And you that's kind of your kind of the way in really with Tai Chi and understanding it is just picking moves here and there, or parts of moves, or sets of moves that feel good to you, and doing them over. And when it really makes sense, you internalize it. Then the other moves, you're able to make, it's easier to make sense of the other moves after. That's it. You can almost think of it like this too. Like someone just shoves your arms, right? But all of it doesn't go into you. It just goes into the arms, right? And you just let it, or like there's a big wave or something, and it just draws your arms out by themselves, like pushes your arms. You just let it go. Just let it go. Well, like a roller coaster, it comes back, right? And then it goes, all right. But that's it. That's it. So see, that's it. So you see, I really develop momentum and stuff like that. That's good. And not just momentum, but it's more control of every little part of it. So you control any kind of momentum that's on there. And you can control that momentum, but anytime you can change it, because you got control of it. You're not just control of it, not just riding it. Okay, so let me Let's go to the next move now, because you guys have the, now that you have that, you have that, it winds up perfectly for the next move. So, so if I'm, let me do it this way so see the moves up close. So you've done this, or you've done here, opened up. Now, instead of going here, right, you're gonna do this. You open up. I'm sorry, so you do this. You open. You're on your right leg. Goes to here, but now you're just gonna go. All that energy goes like this. So it all goes. Okay, like this. Straight. Like a. See it open. It's like a. I don't know. I guess like a hurricane. All the winds draw in, and then just at the bottom of the, right, the hurricane goes like this, and at the bottom it goes real small. This is the same thing, but it's just the hurricane's doing this. 45 degrees. All right, so you're going inhale, wind up, relax, drop everything to here.
And our weight is on the front foot here.
It's on your right foot. Yes.
On our right foot. Okay.
The only thing is, I was gonna say, the other foot's on the ball of the foot, but it's it's not the same direction. It's this way. It's like 45.
Okay.
Like this. It's not that way.
Got it. Oh.
45 this way. I distinctly remember this well because my teacher was always correcting me on this because I would always fuck this part up. Oh, excuse me. I mean, I was always messing up on that. So I was always going, well, I'm just gonna do the other side. That's like, I would always go like, even here, it's not right. It should be there. Same. Here's the reason. So let me turn over here. So, or the other way actually. So it's you do it on the right side. So I'm not mirroring you this time. I go here. It has to be here, right? The reason is, if it's here, like say even if my foot's the right direction, my knees in a little bit, if someone kicks me, it's gonna collapse. I have to be there. It might still collapse, but I got a lot better chance here. See that? With foot. As soon as I have it here, there's they call it not having like the first energy pong. That's actually the most important. What it means is inflated energy. So like a balloon. So you want to feel like you always have a balloon inside you. Everything's round. Even in the stance, there's a roundness, right? If I'm here, the tongue is collapsed. Someone kick me there, boom, right? It's open, right? No matter where it is in the set, when it kicks, wherever here, it's not collapsed ever. It's always fun. So same thing with this move. Here. See how I keep that? It doesn't go here. See if I have broken there, broken there, broken there, broken here. It has to be round, right? Go balloon. But we'll go into that more as we go, and it's a lot easier to show. It's so much easier to show all that stuff in person, right? Right, Scout? Like it's way easier just to push on me and be like, oh, okay, I see what you mean. No, and then to hear it, you know. But
yeah, I need
right.
someone to come over here and push me.
Right. Yeah, that is kind of the whole. Yeah, with with Tai Chi, you really do need the 2-person exercises. You know, you really need that. But you can still develop a lot of the other. But I would suggest, if you guys want to, I would suggest this. There's a guy in Berkeley. It's not Tai Chi, although I think he did Tai Chi as well. But he's a real accomplished Shin Yi and Ichuan guy, which is also an internal art, and they use the same basics stances, like the standing. Anyway, so to learn standing something you don't need a partner with. That's part of Tai Chi that you guys could develop now, since you can't do a lot of push hands and all that. That is you can do by yourself. And that book, I usually don't suggest books for martial arts ever, but this is a book that when I was fighting, my uncle gave it to me. He's the one who got me into Tai Chi, and I was already into Tai Chi at the point, but he gave me this book between my 6th and 7th fights, and it made a huge difference. I would get up every morning and practice this for about 20 minutes to half hour, and it's just standing stuff. It's just like the first part we do anyway before our stance, before our Tai Chi set. It's just this. It's just this. What we already do. Hands here, relax. The middle finger is resting on the line of the leg. Just so you don't really have to do anything. It just naturally touches. It's like a gunfighter is the idea. Like you're gonna it's touching. So you can if you had not that you're. I'm just saying that's the posture of it though. So just relax. Like you're hanging from a string. You let all the weight just settle into the ground. So you usually do that for a few minutes, right? And then you start the form. So the main postures you would be working on if you get that book. Anyways, it's called, if you have a pen and paper, it's called The Way of Energy. Oh, and by the way, another teacher, a really good teacher of mine, recommended the book for me later, 20 years later in a different class. And it's just, it was the only book he really recommended for ever trying to learn out of it all. But plus, I can correct on all the stuff, but it's just really in depth and like scientifically. And the guy's a real guy. He'd fight with it. We'll fight with it and everything. He was a real good martial artist. Anyways, it's called The Way of Energy, and his guy's name is Lam Cam, and I can't say the last word. It was like Chung or something like that. It starts with a CH. It'd be easy to find because you're not going to find a lot of lambs after The Way of Energy. It's going to come up right away. Energy, Lam Cam, Chung or something like that. But anyways, I would definitely suggest that book. Just learning the first few stances, which is just this. I believe it's this one, right? That. This one. Here. And I don't remember the other one. This is like 5, I think. I'm not sure. But because the ones I do are a little bit different, but it doesn't matter. But the exact doesn't really matter. It's just about how putting the time into them. What you do is you're relaxing and you're learning how to like. Well, here's simple, right? It's just like your puppet hanging. This is one we already do in this class that I suggest you do a few minutes before you start your form. Where just like you're hanging from a puppet. You're hanging like a puppet from your spine is hanging like a puppet from up above. There's like a weight below on the coccyx on the tailbone, kind of pulling you down. And all of the weight just little by little gets pulled into the ground, and actually into the, you want to think of it rooting into the ground like a tree. We all have a little bit of a root. When we're kids, we don't. Right? When we're trying to learn how to walk. And you see a kid, the second they find their root, how they're running, right? Because suddenly you have a root just, we all have one a few inches in the ground. The more athletic we are usually, or more aware, whatever, the deeper the root is. On Tai Chi people, they have a lot of times just a little bit more, and they can do all this stuff just because the root's lower than yours. Anyway, that's what you're trying to do. You're relaxing, you're settling everything into the ground, working on like these like you're holding a balloon here, like there's balloons here holding the arms up, there's balloons here holding the elbows up, there's a balloon here that you're sitting down on, balloons back here supporting there, balloon in the middle, supporting, and you just sit down. And it's like the more you were, remember I was talking about this? Just, you're constantly doing that in this exercise, but it doesn't look like it. You're doing this. You're going, relax, relax, relax. Because your body's going to want to tense up and all your energy wants to come up here, right? You have to do the opposite. Relax shoulders, relax your hip. You eventually learn how to hold the arms using your back instead of your shoulders. Really relaxing. Anyways, I would definitely suggest going into that now. You just read it and do a little bit first thing in the morning. It really helps. It helps any kind of martial art, but it's definitely the basis for Tai Chi. So let me. So I went into that a little bit. We got 3 minutes. Let me see you guys do the form from the beginning. Good, very good, very good, very good. Very good, very good, very good. It's gonna cut off. So you guys, thanks. Let me continue for a second, but it's probably gonna cut me off in a second. But I just wanted to say on guys that was all really good. Just a couple little things for like shit. Where at? Oh, this part here, here it drops, comes up, and then it drops, comes up, and then it drops.